Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. I'll be honest, it's gonna be somewhat frustrating if this doesn't actually complete the job and we do have to send another 10,000 litres of sugar beet off towards this job to finish it, because it means that the train has got to do another cycle, so we've got to wait for it to go through and then come back and then go through again and then come back, which I don't really want to do. I'd rather avoid that if we can. It would be a lot better if it would just go and leave us to it. So here we're going to find out now. Is this going to work? Are we going to complete field 10? Yes. Yes! Right. We did it with 65,000 litres. That's good. That is really, really good. Okay, so we've got the field 10 harvesting contract is now done. That one right there is still on 84%. That one hasn't changed. So everything that we had in the train went just towards this job right here. But that is 12,000 that we do get coming back. So we can collect on that job. Next up, we need to get the harvest done on field 20 and try and get some money back from that one. I've also got you here to send out and do. The ploughing job is underway and going. That's fine. You potatoes just here. We'll deal with that in a minute. You are backing up. So you got 8,000 litres left. You're pretty much done. So I'm just going to stop you there like that. I'm going to turn that one off. I will, like, there's nothing down that end. That's all tidy. But we do have the odd little tiny bit just up here. So we're just going to manually go and collect those up. Because at this point, I'm kind of thinking that everything does count. We'll grab every tiny little bit that we can get. And we'll see what differences this is going to make. So the orange level on here. I've already said that I don't think it's worth us bothering with any of the fertilizer contracts anymore, because we only really break even on the fertilizer jobs. And I mean, if we have organic farming underway and we've got some of our own stuff that we can like bring out and spread, then we could technically be getting paid for it. So that's not quite so bad, but at the moment it's not really like that, is it? It's right, we'll just bring that one up and out like that. So I got 8,500 litres of potatoes in here. It's going to run you down more towards the middle of the field, and we're going to stop you right there. You're here ready to go for a planting job. I'm going to do those potatoes in a minute. I just want to actually, yeah, let's do that first, shall we? Let's go to you. Right. The potatoes on here, we're on 94%. How much are we going to get from selling this one? I'm going to keep an eye out for the train as well, because I want to catch that one when it comes back. I'm getting a few lag spikes here. I don't know if that's the train coming back or if that's something else going on. Let me cycle through everything. Okay, no train yet. We'll go and take this job here down to the supermarket, and we'll see what happens there. Now, it's 25 past 7, so we're not actually going to start any new jobs now. What we will do is we'll get the machinery ready for some new jobs, but we're not really going to do anything beyond that. I'm going to need to bring a few trailer loads of produce up to the supermarkets and stuff. If we were doing these jobs under normal circumstances, root crop contracts, you do end up with rather... Actually, I just want to leave that one going. You do end up with rather a lot of root crop left over with normal root crop contracts. So it's kind of mixed up at the moment. That says 57% transported. Oh dear. That went from 95 to 96. All those potatoes that we've got, all those potatoes that are in that field, and it does indeed look like we cannot complete this contract with these. Like, we're not going to have any potatoes left over. The whole idea of this is that we have potatoes left over in order to be able to make some money out of it. That's what we need. The potatoes have got to be, we've got to have surplus potatoes. Otherwise, it's really not worth the effort. Let's take the few that we've got in here. So I've got another trailer load behind me. If that one doesn't go through as well, that's it. The potatoes just haven't paid. And this field is technically supposed to have harvested at the maximum yield that we can get with the precision farming. So if this precision farming doesn't work with contracts, I'm getting rid of it completely. That is something that I am going to do. I'm just, it's not even going to be on a question thing. All of this work going in for no return whatsoever, then we've either got to not do contracts and get a loan and get a first piece of land so that we can just do the precision farming and do it on our own land, and maybe only do arable work in the fields, or we scrap the precision farming and do it the other way. But then we've got all of this work that we've gone and done for no return at all. Like, we have spent a lot of time building up to all of this. I got another 30,000 litres of potatoes here, and I got a horrible feeling that this is not enough to complete this contract. All of that work down the drain, absolutely no return on it whatsoever. There should be a train turning up about now, I think. I'm hoping. Still no train. Huh. Eventually, there will be a train turning up. I will do the small trailer. We'll do the front. Yeah, we'll just go through here like this. Do that front trailer first. I need to actually have it selected to be able to tip it out. So there is another 8,000 litres of potatoes in there. And done. 61%. It's on 97. This ain't going to work. Even if it does work, we haven't got very much left. Although, with these contracts here, you just keep tipping it in anyway. And it'll stop. As soon as it does the right amount. Just want to have a look in here. It's still on 9. It's not going to do it. Supermarket. 174. The best is from the grain mill, but it's not a lot different. So we'll just tip them out here. Like this. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to complete this job, or is it just going to say, nope, haha. It's not completed. 71% transported. 99%. All of that work for nothing. Which makes me think that the other job that we've gone and done, let me go right the way through everything. Yeah. Not you. No. Where's the other tractor? Oh, no! Oh, that was a rookie mistake, wasn't it? There's another tractor. You all seen me do it, didn't you? There's another tractor, and I went and got rid of it while it had 17,000 litres of sugar beet on board. So we may not. I'm just going to load all the sugar beet that we've got into the train in the vain hope that we may actually complete that job. But we haven't completed this job. Can we break even on it? I don't know. I'm about to find out. There's only one way that we can do this, and that's if I can buy potatoes from the shop, which is not how this is supposed to work. Pallets right there. We've got seeds. Poplar, we don't actually have pallets of potatoes that we can buy, do we? I've got a feeling that, no, I've already looked in pallets. Big bags. Oats, wheat, seed, no. I got pig food in there, but it's not pig food that I'm after. It's just potatoes. I can't do it. I cannot complete this contract. I don't have, I've got Agraz pallets there, but I don't even know what those are. And then bales is bales. There's not actually anything else. Seed. There. Not actually potatoes. It's seed. And seed. That's it. I've got no way of getting any more potatoes anywhere at all, and I'm on 99% complete on that job. So that one is a failure. That is an absolute, complete, and total failure. I've gone and cost myself 17,000. There's the other train. There's the other train. There is the train. The only train. And a long way from Tipperary, so I need to go all the way back. If we may be able to still do the job, although I have thrown away 17,000 litres of sugar beet, which is a really monumentally stupid thing to go and do. So we might not be able to finish a sugar beet job either because of that idiocy. But that was my fault. That wasn't anything else. That was just me being ridiculously dumb. Right. I should have gone and emptied them when I thought about it. But I didn't. So we have got a shortage of beet. Hopefully we can do it. Maybe we can do it. I don't yet know. I doubt it very much. I don't imagine that this is going to work. And I don't imagine that 17,000 is going to make a difference either. It's just going to be an epic failure, the same as everything else has been as far as root crops. So, I mean, we do know that arable does pay, but honestly, the amount that it paid is minimal compared to all the work that we've had to put into it. So I'm leaning strongly towards just getting rid of this DLC completely and adding in 50 grand to accommodate the amount of work that we've already done, because this series has been going a while and so far we haven't done anything. We haven't accomplished anything because I added in this extra DLC. Let me just drop that in here. 110,000. That's never going to do it, is it? We had 160,000 off of the other fields. That's what we ended up with, wasn't it? Alright, 77. Yeah, it was just under 160,000 that we had from the other field. 110,000 here. When we get 127,000, I'm not even sure that that would be enough. It does really depend on... Well, it depends on a lot of things. 110,307. We should have had 127,000. Now, we had 160,000 off of the other field, so in theory, we should have wound up with 30,000 litres short of the total amount that we harvested off of that field down there. So I mean, if we get to like 99%, then we could say that the sugar beet at least did pay off. But the potatoes haven't. And so I'm already, like, I'll be surprised if this sugar beet does pay off. We know the potatoes didn't pay off already, and I'm sort of thinking at this point that we just scrap this precision farming thing and we just go with the standard without it. Although I am quite willing to, instead of scrapping the precision thing, get a loan from the bank. Now, I'm going to add in money to compensate for the potato jobs that didn't work, and quite possibly the sugar beet jobs that didn't work either. I'm going to add on top of this right here, I think I'm going to put it to an even 100,000. I think about 100,000 on it at the moment should be about right. Not quite enough, but not even close. That wasn't even close. Field 20, 95%. The rest of that wouldn't have been enough to complete it. The other 17,000. Now, maybe if both jobs had had the orange yield on it, it could possibly have been done, but at this rate, no, it's not. So if I go here and I cancel that contract, yes, like that, I get an 18,000 loss. And if I go here to that one at 99%, I cancel that one. Yes, I get a 15,000 loss on that one. Collect, not to mention everything else that we've gone and lost on it as well. So at this point, I'm going to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop... I'm going to stop my recording session for this week now. I've done enough to sort of keep us going for a bit. We'll just let this plough come up through and we'll complete this job right here. I'll see what... What are you doing? Oh, you're going to do that nonsense, are you? Right, I don't think so. We'll run the plough up through here and just finish this little bit off up here. So that is done. And then I'll cash in this job. I'll take a few contracts. I'm going to leave the game after this. I'm going to stop recording for the week. And then I'm going to come back next week. So, yeah, this is not ideal for me, but I feel this is the right thing to go and do. I'm going to come back next week, and I'm going to... Actually, I might not. We could go and do a little bit more now. I got time. I got time to do that. Alright, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to go and get rid of this Precision Farming DLC, and I'm going to change that bank balance. That bank balance is not right. We don't want it like that at all. We do not want it on that kind of money. We want to be able to be compensated for everything that we've gone and done. So I'm going to go there, and that job right there, we'll collect the 2,000 euros on there, and that's done. Precision farming. This is kind of what I'm wondering is, like, do I do the precision farming and not do contract? The idea of this series was supposed to be contract-based. I like the idea of the precision farming. It just seems like there's a bit too much going on with it. And yeah, so I think we'll get rid of that. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to add... Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. The amount of work we've done, I think we deserve to be able to buy our first piece of land at this rate. Right, what do we got on here? There. Well, what's this? Loamy sand, sandy loam, silty... How am I getting this information? Expected yield potential up there, 122%. 102%. It's 103. That one over there is expected 112. Has this been updated? I haven't updated this. This is... I haven't seen this bit before. That's 122%. That's 99%. That's minus 89% expected yield in there. And that's the bit that we're wanting to buy. That's 125. Our aim is 125,000. That's what we've been aiming towards, is to get that. So I'm going to put in 125,000. I'm going to give my actual total. I'm going to set that to 125. The amount of work that we've gone and done, the amount of contracts we've gone and done, if we didn't have the precision farming sort of finding us all the way along, we'd have made that money by now. I know that I said that some of that money does need to go out, sort of expenses and costs and so on. All right, let's have a bit of balance on that with the expenses and costs. We'll put it to 110,000. So I'm close to being able to buy it, but I can't quite buy it yet. So we'll put that at 110. You over here, you're 330,000. Yeah, we don't want that. It's that one there, 125. Okay, and I'm getting rid of this precision farming thing for a minute. Right. Something went a little bit wrong, unfortunately, with the recording, and so I've missed out a little bit. I did consider going over and doing it again, but honestly, you haven't missed a great deal, so I'll just give you a quick recap. I took a few jobs. I've got some sowing jobs right here. I put them out on the side of the dealership up there. Then I skipped the night. I also went and took a couple of harvesting jobs. I've gotten... this one up into field 23, and it's planting canola up here. We've got this one down here on field 10, and this one is planting wheat. I've got this tractor here that is loaded up with 495 litres of barley, and this one we're about to take out to another field, and we're going to start that one planting. So you can see that I've got a few sowing jobs on here. That one is about to go to... Not that one, no. Not that one, no. It's going to go to field 18, and we're going to start planting that one with barley. The Precision Farming DLC has been removed. When we came back into the game, 19 and 20, the two failed contracts. They are back there and raring to go again. They're being offered to us brand new and all over again. So I have accepted both of them. Those two contracts this time around, we have got harvesting field 19, harvest the potatoes and take them to the grain mill, which is just up the road from us. It's not very far away. Field 20 is once again to the Felsbrunn grain mill. Because we don't have the precision farming DLC, we should stand to benefit from the double lot of fertilizer that is on both of those fields. At least this is what I'm hoping. So that is the current situation. I've got all of these different jobs that I'm quickly running around and setting up. I'm just putting the seed drill jobs going now so that they can just sort of start plugging away. I did and ah a great deal about whether or not I should start this one all over again. I decided, yes, I will. And I know that I already took money with the 110,000. I said we need to be compensated for the huge amount of time that we put into harvesting these root crops. And so I had that money back. That's the joy of doing contracts, isn't it? You do all that work for something and then you can go and take another contract and you can do something else on top. So we can simply say that all that time we did potato harvesting is still time that has been invested well and time that has paid off. So I'm personally okay with doing that. Because, like, in the long run, it is going to pay back. Now, field 11, this is field 18, this one is, isn't it? Yes, this one here is field 18. I could have cut up through, but anyway. I think I'm going to have to bring my truck and trailer out to this one. And do something with it. But I'll worry about that in a little while. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. So I'm going to put you going in there. And I'm going to just manually do a pass here. I'll probably do a couple of passes along the bottom end of this field, and we're heading up the top end now. Someone asked me, if you're on perfectly level ground, how do you tell the top end from the bottom end? And to be honest, where I live, it's incredibly rare and unusual to have a field that is perfectly level. There is always a top and a bottom end. But I have stood at the bottom of a hill. I've stood at the top of a hill, pointed at the other end of the field, and described it as the top end of the field. And everybody knows what I'm talking about and would use the same expression. Generally, if I say top end of the field, it's the direction I'm facing. The bottom end of the field, if you're in the middle, it's the direction you're facing. The top end of the field is the direction you're facing. The bottom end is the direction you've come from. If you're at one end of the field or the other, usually when you say the top end of the field, you're referring to... Well, see, it can change, like, circumstances change at every time. This one here, I would refer to this end of the field as the top end of the field, mainly because you always come in at the bottom end of the field down over there. Alright, you always come into this field there. There's a fence along this end, so you don't come into the field at this end. So this would be the top end of the field. That being said, if you can come into the field from both ends, and there's no other sort of indication, then generally the top end of the field will be the opposite end to where you are. The bottom end would be the end that you're on, down here. This would be the bottom end, and the top end of the field would be down over there. But that one I'm actually referring to as the bottom end. It seems, for this field in particular, that seems like the bottom end. And this got me thinking a little bit about, well, what would you class as the top and the bottom end of the field? Say that field right there. Well, that field of potatoes, I would always refer to the end down there as the bottom end, same as this one, because of where you go into the field, right? Bottom, top. There, that's all it would be. That one over there, the long field, which is, let me quickly go to the map in here, field 12, that long field all the way down there. I'm just going to change this. I'm going to do a pass along this bottom end here. That field over there, the bottom and the top end, I would refer to this end here that is nearest to us as the bottom end, and the top end would be the one down over near that other tractor that's working. Reason being, we're based down here, and so I would class this end here as the bottom, and that end up there as the top, because you always come in at the bottom end of the field. So, generally, when we're approaching that field, we enter the field from this end down here, hence that becomes the bottom end of the field. So, it can be absolutely dead flat, and that is where I personally would classify top, bottom end of field. So, it's not, well, I don't think it's overly confusing, but yeah, that's kind of how I think I would classify them. Now, if I bring you back like this, so I've already used 25% on this particular one, and we got a lot of this field left. So this seed drill right here is going to need to be refilled several times. The other ones, I don't know. We may get away with not having it. The canola one, I'm pretty confident, is going to be able to do all of the field all the way through. Let's drop you in there. I know the hardcore series, I did kind of originally say, you know, that the idea of the hardcore series, I show you everything. I did seriously consider just reloading the game and going back and showing you the bit that I cut out when my recording didn't work very well. But honestly, all I was doing was lining up machinery and getting it out of the way so that I could then skip the night and keep all of these contracts and all of these fields. I didn't think it was worth it. So if you are a bit disappointed with that, I apologize. Normally, I would have gone back over and just done it again. This time, I didn't think it was worth the effort because half of the time, I wasn't actually doing anything other than trying to skip the night, which I feel also contributed to how things should have worked. Now, are you only for fertilizer? Because if you are, that's going to be a bit of a jolly new... You are only for fertilizer. Okay, fine, you can fold up and go away. I have no interest in you. You fold up and go away. It's this one back here that we want, so I need to unfold that one. I don't think this one actually does take the cover off. Unfold it like that. Go there. No, it doesn't. This one back here doesn't take the cover off. But we can load in 600 litres of seed, like that. And then we can start planting. So field 11, right here, we need to be planting this one with corn. I believe it's corn. Let's double check that one. We've got to be careful that we plant the right things in the right fields. It is corn in this one. Okay. Double and triple checked. That one seems like this tool is reserved for contract work. Well, that's great and all. I am actually officially here. I'm actually here on official business. It's the way around that we should be saying. I'm here on official business, so I am actually technically, legally allowed to be doing stuff with this machinery in this field, as I'm here on official business. Okay, so none of this nonsense about reserved for contracts only. I'm going to do 2 passes along this side of the field right here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring that one up like that, because, well, that bit down there is only going to need 1 pass. And then I'll do probably... Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers, who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.